the Dragon Ball community might have the fusion dance all wrong. Allow me to explain. And before I start this video, I'm just going to put this out there that Gogeta and Vegeta are equal in power stated by the guidebooks. I already made an explanation on why this is the case, but I gave it some more thought and I thought of another explanation. Now, for the longest time, we were led to believe that the Potara fusion was stronger, due to the power levels not having to be equal, and due to Old Kai saying that the fusion is stronger. But I believe in that statement itself, Old Kai was just bragging about it, and also Old Kai thought the fusion was going to last forever because when Kai's fuse, they stay like that forever. But Goku and Vegeta were the first mortals to ever use Potara fusion. And as we've seen in Super, we know it doesn't last forever for mortals. And also, back then in Z, it wasn't really any evidence to prove that that fusion was better than the other fusion. Because there was no real way to test it because Goku and Vegeta didn't use that fusion at that time. But let's talk about the main point of the fusion dance, and that's having to lower your power level. And I thought about this really hard, and I don't think lowering your power level will make the fusion weaker. Because as we've seen from the dance, everything needs to be perfect, from the angles to the finger points. So it will make sense that the power levels will also have to be perfect for the fusion to work. Because if this was the case, then Gogeta from the Broly movie, because Goku and Vegeta were extremely beat up during that time, that Gogeta will be extremely nerfed. And that will also insinuate that Goku and Vegeta doing the fusion dance in blue would make Gogeta stronger, which is not the case. And also, as we've seen from both fusions, that when you fuse, all your battle wounds are completely healed. So it's like if both characters were at their full potential. And also, just because this character lowers his power level does not lower his potential, or his overall battle power in general. Like, let's give another example. If Goku and Broly were to fuse, and as we know, Broly's base form is way stronger than Goku and Vegeta's, Goku would essentially have to be in God or Blue form to be able to fuse with Broly in his base form, or his Kari state, whatever. And the fusion is going to work as long as their power level is equal. But that's not going to nerf Broly because he's not at his full power. Because the fusion still gives both abilities and transformations of both characters. As we know from Kale and Caulifla, even though they did the Potara fusion, but I'm pretty sure the concept will still work for the fusion dance, that they still got the green-haired form. The Berserk/legendary form, whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure if they were to do the fusion dance, they will still have that green hair form. Because as we've seen from both the Potara and the fusion dance, they get both characters' abilities and transformations, like I said before. And on top of that, their own unique skill sets that they decide to use as their different personalities. Like Gogeta uses Soul Punisher, and Vegito uses Keyblades. Now let's talk about the original scene on why we think that the fusion dance is weaker from Goten and Trunks. Where Trunks had to lower his power level to get to Goten. I feel like in that scene, Goku was just asking them to go full power just to see where they were at. And once he saw where they're at, then they could adjust accordingly. There's no evidence showing that fusing in base form makes the fusion weaker. So this is why I kind of think we overlooked the fusion dance, what it was actually insinuating. Because he just said that the power levels have to be perfect. Doesn't matter if you fuse in base form, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue. Both the powers combine, and not just combined, but are significantly multiplied. Which makes sense of why both fusions are equal in power.